Hi, I'm Ashley, and this is Mia. Abby will be joining us for this lesson too.
Hi!
Today, we're going to learn about 4 different types of sentences that we use all the time. Are you ready?
Let's go!
Listen carefully as I teach you about sentences.
Don't we already know about sentences?
There is so much more to learn.
Yay! This sounds like fun! Hey, look! Our words just appeared in speech bubbles.
Yeah, everything we said was written as sentences. Do you notice any differences in those sentences? My first sentence looked like this. It gave an instruction and it ended with a period. Then Abby asked a question, so the next sentence ended with a question mark. I answered Abby and gave her some information. We see another period at the end of this sentence. And finally, Abby was so excited that she exclaimed this last sentence. So of course, it ends with an exclamation point. Each of these sentences served a different type of purpose, so they are different types of sentences. Let's start at the top. Listen carefully as I teach you about sentences. This sentence begins by giving a direction or telling the listener to do something. Sometimes this type of sentence is called a command, but the real name is an imperative sentence. An imperative sentence gives instructions, a command, or makes a request. Imperative sentences usually end with a period. You might hear some imperative sentences around the table at home, like, wash your hands, please pass the juice, or be careful with that glass. All of these sentences give an instruction, give a command, or make a request. So they are all imperative sentences. Remember when Abby said, "Don't we already know about sentences?" That was an interrogative sentence. An interrogative sentence asks a question and it ends with a question mark. Most of the time, we call these sentences questions, but now you know they have an official name. We use interrogative sentences all the time, like, what was that? Did you see that bird? Or, may I use the binoculars? Whenever we ask a question, we are using an interrogative sentence. When I told Abby there's so much more to learn, my sentence was just giving her some information. This type of sentence is called a declarative sentence. Declarative sentences are sometimes referred to as statements because they state a fact, some information, or an explanation. Declarative sentences always end with a period. We use declarative sentences whenever we want to share some information like, I love my cat. Her name is Stormy. Stormy is gray and fluffy. Whenever we make a statement that provides some information, we are using a declarative sentence. Abby was very excited when she said, "This sounds like fun." This type of sentence is called an exclamatory sentence. An exclamatory sentence expresses strong emotion and always ends with an exclamation point. You've learned about 4 different types of sentences:
Imperative, interrogative, declarative, and exclamatory.
Let's see how well we remember them by playing a little matching game. I'll give you a sentence and you decide which type of sentence it is. Ready? The sky is blue. Well, it's not asking a question or giving instructions, and it doesn't show strong emotion. This sentence is just giving information.
So, it's a declarative.
Nice. Okay, next. We won the game. The exclamation point should give that one away.
It's definitely exclamatory.
Okay, what about put on your shoes? That's telling you to do something like a command or an instruction, so it's
imperative.
Last one. Where is Mia? You see that question mark, and you know that when we ask a question, we are using
an interrogative sentence. Hey, where is Mia anyway?
Oh, here's Mia, ready to review what we've learned today. We learned that there are 4 different types of sentences. There are imperative sentences, giving an instruction, a command, or a request. There are interrogative sentences, which ask a question. There are declarative sentences, sometimes called statements, because they give facts, information, or an explanation. And finally, there are exclamatory sentences. These sentences show strong emotion. Now, Abby has one more imperative sentence to share with you.
Remember to always be clever.
Hey, hey.